Welcome to my presentation for the Popular Music Now module. My objective for this assignment was to select an artist or band that encapsulates the concepts covered in my first 5 lectures and evaluate their contexts within popular music. For my case study, I chose the globally renowned K-pop boy band BTS, as they exemplify how artists can evolve from a niche group into a global phenomenon, recognized by diverse audiences across age, gender, culture, and social background. I also figured they'd be an interesting example, as worldwide fame is generally much harder to attain for non-English speaking artists. BTS is a South Korean boy band formed in 2010 and debuting in 2013 under Big Hit Entertainment, now Big Hit Music. The group consists of 7 members, ages 27 to 31, with the youngest, Jungkook, debuting at just 15. Since then, they've gained massive global popularity, with over 75 million followers on Instagram, following close behind on their individual accounts. The acronym BTS stands for Bantang Sonyeondang, meaning Bulletproof Boy Scouts. According to member J-Hope, it reflects the group's aim to, quote, block out stereotypes, criticisms, and expectations that aim on adolescents like bullets, a theme that will be explored in the following slides. BTS's debut album, Too Cool for School, released with 9 tracks and a 30-minute runtime, blends 90s gangster hip-hop with genres like gangster rap, horrorcore, and free jazz. So why exactly is this information relevant? How did it contribute towards their music's popularity? At first glance, BTS's style mirrors that of other popular male artists of their time, particularly Justin Bieber, who was arguably the most famous artist then and remains influential today. In 2013, Bieber was also in his late teens, and with boy bands featuring versatile performers who could sing, rap, and dance like BTS at an all-time high, it's no surprise that this image and style helped boost BTS's success in the industry. While BTS adhered to trends of the time, they did so in their own way, creating a unique aesthetic that blended with their music and defied cultural and societal expectations. In their music videos, like We Are Bulletproof Part 2, BTS embraces typical masculine elements, including dark fashion contrasting with their sparkly jewelry and colourful props. Their dance style reflects hip-hop culture, featuring moves like stomach flexes, grinding, popping and locking. Members with stronger dance backgrounds, J-Hope, Jimin and Jungkook, add intricate movements like b-boying, flips and wrist twirls, all contributing to a high-energy, intense persona. This blend of teenage rebellion, male bravado and nonchalance are all things we've related to at some point, but when combined with eye makeup, a typically feminine choice not common in hip-hop, it creates a striking juxtaposition in BTS's image. Black eye makeup is often associated with punk, rock and metal, genres that challenge norms around sexuality and artistic expression. It wasn't until the rise of emo rap that makeup became more common among male rappers, the concept of emo being apparent in these style choices, but also in blending emotional themes within their lyrics, with a mix of masculine and feminine energy making the look more accepted in modern rap. While BTS's music conveys themes of freedom and rebellion, this is only to an extent, as it contrasts with underground American hip-hop. Unlike the spontaneous dancing often seen in hip-hop, BTS's music videos are very planned, featuring highly structured choreography and colour-coordinated outfits, giving a polished, organised look. The props in the video are also relevant. They're used to convey themes of superiority, with Rap Monster holding a gangster cane, and Jimin using a basketball to symbolise energetic youth. Notably, a gun is fired throughout the video, emphasising the chorus. Linguistically, the lyrics click click bang bang, paired with gunshot sounds, leave little room for ambiguity, but contextually this could be seen as groundbreaking, as we'll explore. BTS's gangster, Bieber-like style may be heavily influenced by African-American culture, like how Bieber adopted R&B and hip-hop elements in his 2013 R&B album Journals, despite being white and Canadian. Additionally, their use of makeup and aggressive self-expression challenges typical Asian stereotypes. East Asian cultures are often viewed as reserved, polite, and academically focused, with East Asian men sometimes seen as effeminate. By breaking these stereotypes, BTS has pushed societal boundaries, making their image unique and refreshing, which likely contributed to their global appeal. In Korean culture, BTS's blend of masculine and feminine elements might not have boosted their popularity, as both could be seen as countercultural. Their aggressive themes, baggy clothing, gun imagery, and rap influences from American culture could be frowned upon by older generations who reject violence and Western influences. This aligns with the concept of subcultures using fashion and image to deviate from societal norms. Similarly, their use of makeup and jewelry could clash with traditional views on masculinity in Korea, where androgynous or non-gendered expression, especially among men, is less accepted, particularly in a culture where homosexuality is still largely stigmatized. However, younger generations in South Korea might view BTS's self-expression as bold and relatable, resonating with their own frustrations and values, which contributed to the group's widespread appeal. These cultural dynamics, whether positive or negative, sparked greater attention and discussion about BTS in Korean society. To answer the initial questions, BTS gained popularity through unexpected fashion choices and refreshing musical expression paired with energetic performances. But did this elevate them from being viewed as a subculture to mainstream mainstream? I would argue not yet. At that point, it was early days in their careers, where their music likely resonated mainly with Korean listeners only, their global reach limited by the language barrier. As BTS matured, their music evolved too, moving away from the rambunctious adolescent image to a more refined persona. One example is their 2017 song Spring Day, widely regarded as their saddest and most heartfelt track. A popular fan theory suggests the song is a tribute to the 2014 Sewol ferry tragedy, which claimed over 300 lives. Songs like Spring Day can appeal to a broader audience, not just youth, as grief and loss are universal experiences, connecting to the concept of, quote, trauma art. Jill Bennett's work suggests memory through the notion of trauma art, which perhaps moves trauma from the body into a distinctive, potentially global political framework. Within this is the idea of a, quote, post-colonial theory exploring interconnectedness. Bennett suggests that, quote, in realizing a particular way of seeing or feeling, trauma art may allow certain critical and effective interactions to happen. This is called, quote, empathic vision, which is reminiscent of Deleuze's, quote, The Encountered Sign, 2003, where he proposes the idea that art manifests in our senses, emotions, and bodies, which pushes us to, quote, intellectual inquiry. Intellectual inquiry then, quote, forces us to examine the issues art raises afresh, leading to different understandings, and can take many forms, for example, active remembering, such as the post-Holocaust mantra, quote, never forget, which is relevant as is exactly what listeners do with the Sewol tragedy in relation to Spring Day. So, again, why is this relevant in terms of their musical popularity? Well, visually, BTS's style has evolved from dark masculine clothing to more vibrant, colourful outfits with a less revealing look, creating a softer, more feminine image. Paired with their colourful hair, this shift contributes to a humbler and more authentic persona. As their music matured, so did their rhythmic expression, incorporating elements of ballet, contemporary, and jazz dance, requiring more core strength and stamina, reflecting their dedication to their craft and their transition from teen pop performers to serious artists. This was crucial, as to maintain listener engagement and attract new demographics, BTS needed to evolve. Sonically, their music was more mellow and mature, perhaps appealing to older generations more compared to their edgier hip-hop debut. Their style also shifted across multiple genres, such as baroque pop and neo-soul, with increased use of English lyrics. These songs often address difficult topics like suicide, which may have been seen as admirable by some but weak by others, perhaps by older, more conservative South Koreans where mental health was still a taboo subject. Their vibrant, action-packed music videos, for example Run and Dope, helped spread their name globally, perhaps linking to Week 4's topic of Imagine Listening. As these visually striking videos with eye-catching thumbnails and short, capitalized English titles encouraged sharing and discussion, drawing in new listeners. Meanwhile, their somber tracks were shared more personally, encouraging listeners to share with each other with the hope of inspiring or resonating with others. In conclusion, BTS's musical, visual, and performative versatility helped propel them from subculture to mainstream, broadening their audience. However, their deviation from traditional gender norms, particularly with their more feminine style, could still position them as a counterculture. This ties to Week 1's concept of camp, as discussed by Jarman Ivans in relation to Sontag's essay, saying, quote, it infiltrates popular culture posing as valueless, while presenting a parodic challenge to presumed norms of gender/sex relations in particular. The camp sensibility in some BTS members, particularly Suga's blunt lyrics, aligns with Sontag's idea of, quote, dethroning the serious and taking the frivolous seriously. Suga's unapologetic lyricism expressing indifference to gender attraction was groundbreaking, not only in South Korea but also within the rap industry, where masculinity and heterosexuality are typically assumed. Around this time is where BTS exploded in popularity. This explosion is often linked to their strong visual identity, which plays a key role in their virality, as discussed in Week 4. Image and social media are crucial for attention today, and BTS effectively used multiple social media platforms to achieve this. With each music video and song, they shape-shifted their personas, changing clothes, dance styles, and especially hair, creating a unique and constantly evolving identity, a strategy not commonly used by artists as frequently. This fast-paced, ever-evolving culture of K-pop was both captivating and damaging, with many Western artists already facing burnout by this point. In South Korea, however, idol struggles were often hidden until tragedy struck, such as SHINee's Jonghyun's suicide in 2017. K-pop, like the wider music industry, imposed unrealistic standards of body image and performance, often more intense than Western ideals. Many idols struggled with eating disorders and workaholism, including BTS's Jimin, revealing that, quote, extreme dieting led to him passing out during dance rehearsals. Furthermore, Suga was one of the first to openly address his mental health struggles in his August D mixtape, helping shift public perception of male mental health in South Korea and inspiring other idols to destigmatize it. BTS's rise in popularity can be attributed to several factors, including ideal timing after One Direction's split, filling the boy band-shaped hole that so many fans were left with. As well as this, their consistent presence and a relatable rags-to-riches story helped them connect more with fans, and with a varied discography, listeners could always find something they'd like, compared to EXO's typical K-pop sound. They also pioneered a strategic digital approach, regularly vlogging and staying active on social media, more of a Western ideal, but key to their global exposure. As Arlette Hovinger notes, quote, active pages have boosted engagement due to algorithms preferring frequent activity activity, meaning you'd have to become a constant online presence to your audience, something BTS achieved successfully. Around this time, BTS also regularly visited the USA, with frequent appearances on talk shows, carpool karaokes, and other promotional events, boosting their US and subsequently global appeal. They later released fully English hits like Butter and Permission to Dance, and collaborated with global stars like Halsey, Nicki Minaj, and Justin Bieber, further expanding their fanbase. Currently, BTS's music releases have slowed due to members serving mandatory military service, subsequently limiting social media engagement. Their iconic colourful hair has been replaced with shaved heads, arguably removing a large part of what was once part of their identities. And as they age, many are likely considering other career paths, or perhaps settling down, unable to maintain the speedy, physically taxing lifestyle they once led. And with younger talent constantly emerging, eager to replace, BTS may not remain South Korea's top K-pop group for much longer. However, they've undeniably become a global mainstream phenomenon, consistently topping charts and solidifying their place as the most iconic boy group in K-pop history, proving that non-Western, non-English speaking groups can achieve worldwide success. Thanks for listening.